Hello everyone. Today we're going to be playing a game that I've had for a while and I've been playing on and off every now and then, but they recently announced, well, not announced, they actually released a massive update, I'd say. The game's called Nordhold. It's a Viking themed tower defense game. It kind of reminds me a lot of there was a roguelike tower defense game that came out a couple of years ago called Rogue Tower. It reminds me of that, but with deeper mechanics. And on top of that, they're doing something interesting where every major patch is going to bring like an event, sort of like a season in an ARPG. So I'm interested to see what's what. Now, I've played this game for about 5 to 6 hours in total. I've only discovered about 32% of everything there is to discover the sea. There's a lot that I haven't uncovered yet, as you can see. So while this isn't the starting state of the game that you're about to watch, it's not that far ahead either. And I'm not really good at this game. I get greedy very often. Those of you that follow my gameplay in similar games will realize that I am very greedy in these kinds of games. And that's no different when I'm playing this one. So, let's get going. They also added this Meta Plus mode. Use your honor to develop a skill tree. This is like an entirely new way to play the game. I have not even touched this one yet. I'm not sure how that works. I still have yet to beat normal mode in normal. I don't even have the more difficult mode unlocked. So let's play it together for a while. I've got some unlocks. We will start with a few more resources than you would if you were to start the game today. So here we go. So you start with a chest or start with a lot of stone. Stone is like a great resource for building some of the higher tier towers, but I'm going to start with a chest. There's a lot to explain in this game when I think about it, so I'm not sure if I should even bother explaining, because while it's very deep, it's very self-explanatory. Now this looks complicated, but the reality is you have workers and you assign workers to buildings and they give you resources. And every building that you start out with has some sort of bonus that you can invest into. And we start with 30 gold. It took me a while to unlock this. And if we start with a trait called tax burden, basically every worker that I have working gives us some extra gold. I'm gonna go for that. And obviously, because workers are everything in this game, you want to try and max out your workers as soon as possible. By the way, this isn't the only way to play this game. This is just the way I'm playing it. I'm sure there are a lot of other strategies. You can go for pure gold production. There are buildings that, like the treasury, that will, as well as the gold mine, that will boost your gold, and then you can have fewer towers. You can go tall, basically. You can spend a lot of gold to upgrade your tower. There's a lot you can do. And instead of explaining all the intricacies, because I'm not really an expert at this game, as I mentioned before, I'll just play along and then we'll see what's happening. And we'll chill, we'll have some fun. I like tower defense games. I'm not too sweaty when it comes to tower defense games. I do enjoy winning, of course, but at the end of the day, discovering new things, finding new interactions is more fun. And like so if you level up certain towers up to a certain point, I think you get like a combination tower, a meta tower, and I don't even know how that's done yet. I haven't gone that far. Generally I end up trying a lot of things and failing miserably, but it's fun. I like a game where it's fun to fail. So we're just going to build a house. Yes, we're spending all our resources to start out with, but we have enough resources to build a bunch of towers, and the game starts pretty slow to begin with. I'm not going to lie. Oh, we should build a mill, and then get golden fertility, which means wheat production will be increased per worker. And since we need 80 wheat, we're only going to get 75 here, so we may as well have one worker churn out some wood, because we're going to have to build a bunch of other buildings. You don't even have to build a lot of these buildings. I don't think I've ever built The Druid House. I've built the trading post a couple of times. I've never built the statue. I've never used the lighthouse. Like, there's so much I haven't ever done yet in this game, and a bunch of stuff I haven't even unlocked. Anyway, enough yapping. I hear you, I hear you. I'm talking too much. And I get it. How about we start with an arc tower? And all of these numbers just specify how much extra range we get. So placing it on a 4... on an elevation of 4 gives us 2 extra range. And then you expand. And then eventually this will snake around and it'll be random every time. And you have to adapt and think accordingly. So, no surprises. That was the first wave. Pretty easy to deal with. And because we took this tax burden specialty, we can start accruing some gold before we actually build our gold mine or whatever. So it should be fine. This tower should get us through the second wave as well. With time, as the waves go on, we get more rewards. The game opens up, we get heroes, and we get spells, and we get a bunch of other stuff. And you fight bosses and elites, and they drop chests, and then with those chests you go for synergy. There's so much going on in this game. And I'm surprised it's not really covered more. It got a fair amount of attention when it came out a few months ago. But I still think it should be a bigger name in this arena, as I like to think of it. Alright, so we'll grab another worker. 100. Can we get 100? I mean, I kind of need wood so I can build these other towers quickly enough. So I'm actually going to invest 2 into our wood. It's fine. We're not going to get it in one wave anyway. So now we're going to get a banner. That helps us establish some of our synergies right away. So, let's see. We're going to need more than this. It's going to cause issues. We could place a mortar tower, and they're very fun to deal with. I kind of like placing my mortar towers after I know which way we're snaking. Let me actually explore. Alright, so it's going to come around this way. So, placing a mortar tower there is fine. And then these towers also upgrade, and then you can either get a free upgrade with a level up, or you can spend gold to upgrade. There's so many strategies, and I'm so clueless on pretty much all of them. Okay, here we go. So these also have rarity. These are all common rarity, as you can see. Increase the air effect. Our arc tower skips around more. Crit chance is shared with crit damage. These are all great, but what if we get a better rarity banner like this one? Each volcano mortar gains increased damage and burn damage for the rest of the way for every enemy it kills. I'm gonna get this just because it's a rare one. There we go. And the free level I was talking about. I like going for fire rates to begin with, and then I imagine later on when I've got enough money to invest in the level ups I care about, I can go for damage or whatever. But fire rate, I think, is more important than most things. Although I'm not very, like I said, I'm not really that good at this game, so maybe it's wrong. I could spend our 10 gold. See, we can either spend our 10 gold here to make workers cheaper, which will add up, obviously, or I can do it so my workers produce 5 extra wheat instead of 2. Or we can save up 30 and just get a flat 20. So even if we don't have anyone working on our wheat fields, we can always get 20 wheat, which isn't insignificant. I'll tell you that much. We also have to start mining for stone pretty soon for the better towers. I'll go golden fertility. And our next upgrade is actually 100, so I can invest in wood a little more. And then, yeah, let's just keep going. Alright. So our mortar will fire off, and the more units it kills, the more it will hit the next time. Obviously, the main issue with the mortar is it's very slow. Now I'm gonna add a simple arrow tower. That's our basic tower. Just so that we don't lose any life. Choose your future. Oh yeah, so we get temporary buffs. For the next 5 waves, the chance of encountering uncommon banners increases. Upgrade cost of towers. Okay, I'll grab the chance for better banners. Sure. Now we're gonna get a hero in the next one. Heroes will give us spells, and they come with some added benefits. Okay. And we're just gonna build a gold mine and start digging up some gold. And in fact, why not dig 1 extra with every worker? We've only got 1 worker for now, but that's gonna... Gold will become very important in the end game. Everything depends on gold. Obviously reduces gold cost for tower construction. This provides us with a fat 10. So that's always good. And then, oh yeah, as we play, we get meta currency, and we can spend meta currency before the round is over. You can spend it at the end. But like the next time I play the game, on our next start, we get to start with extra gold. Why not? Why not? Extra gold's always good. So I know I said I wouldn't be explaining too much, and I am explaining too much. But this kind of game makes me want to talk a lot. And I respect games like that. There have been a lot of really good tower defense games that have come out in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. And despite me liking them a lot, I don't play them as much as I always think I'll end up playing them. There's always something else on the horizon. These are more like my, oh, it's time to go to bed, but I'm not exactly super tired yet. I just need something to keep me going for, I don't know, a couple of hours. Maybe an hour until I'm really sleepy. And then I'll just put a tower defense game on, and it'll definitely make me sleepier. Not because it's boring, but I don't know, it has a relaxing effect on me. So tower upgrades require less gold per tower level, which is good in the long run, obviously. And we get 100 wood up front. Also, these spells are kind of important, but you will get to level them up later, but you know. Building upgrade costs is cheaper, and elite enemy chances. I mean, I'm going for the elite enemies, obviously, because elite enemies mean more rewards. And more rewards are why we play the games like this. Greed is good in games like this. Not in real life. Don't be greedy in real life. Nobody likes greedy man. Or woman. Or person. Even pets. People don't like greedy pets. Let's see. All building upgrades become cheaper. Building upgrades becoming cheaper is also not bad. See, I'm actually having to think around a lot. Okay, so the best thing we can do. I will build my quarry. And I kind of want to get rock steady later on. We have 27, which will be in the next wave. And then I can just guarantee a flat 20 stone every wave without thinking about it too much. Don't have money for more. I don't have money for more towers, but this should be fine, I hope. We also have spells now. So this is kind of like our arc tower. We have an arc spell. And Gale Strike, I've never used Gale Strike. A Tornado Travels. Okay, there's also Tornado Tower, so this is the same thing, but just in spell form. I got it. So let's, why not get our Tornado in there? I do like the Tornado Towers a lot. And every tower does some things better. Some of them are good at damaging shields. Some of them are good at damaging other things. You know, classic tower defense stuff. It's surprising to me that for years, the most widely played, most popular tower defense game was Bloons. Don't get me wrong, I like Bloons, but And it is deep, but it only goes so far before you have to get into spreadsheets and whatnot. And while you could spreadsheet max in this game, you don't really have to. Also, the idea that with every new big major patch and with every new feature introduction, they're going to change things around is also kind of exciting. All our tower hits have a chance to cause maximum health. Focusing lightning strike. Also, max health focusing lightning strike. Oh, so a separate lightning strike. Lucky shots obviously good. We'll get the lightning surge. I plan to go for more lightning towers eventually. Alright. What are we thinking of here? We said we would get rock steady. So I'm always going to have stone in my back pocket. And I think we need a couple of more arrow towers. Now we get, at the end of this wave, we get offered the chance to sacrifice some of our workers for better banners. And depending on how we're doing, I may actually take them up on that offer. I might not. We'll see how it goes. Let's get our tornado in there. There are buildings that empower your spells specifically. Oh, that's an elite unit, as you can guess. Oh dear. No, 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 no. Ah, shit. This happens a lot when I play. I'm only sad because we missed out on a chest. I don't care about the life. Alright, what do we do here? You can sacrifice 2 workers for 3 waves. 5 workers for 4 waves is insane. That's something you do in the later stages of the game. And a legendary banner now, it's not like it's going to change too much. You know what, we'll get rid of 2 workers for now. And we'll figure out what to do in its stead. We're doing fine, we've got enough production going. Oak crusher? Sure. Give me more wood. What else have we got? 9? Is there anything I can do with 9? Obviously we can build taverns, which increases our productivity and whatnot. What's this? Restores life point to the village shield. I've never even built this. I'm sure there are things you can do with the life. I'm sure there are builds that utilize that. What about this gold mine? Oh, really? Anything I can do here? I can do all building upgrades become cheaper. You know what? Let's go for it. What are we going to lose out on? Alright. Let's get another arc tower. I'm going to get another arrow tower there. So we may go all the way back this way. Of course, you could just demolish these and replace them, as you probably should be doing, but I never do that. Partly because I'm lazy and partly because I'm too scared to get rid of my higher level towers. Also, you don't get 100% of your resources back. I think it's 80%. There are probably perks or things you can get that make it higher. I don't know, we can speed things up a little bit. I'm not sure which towers hit. Shadow tower fires 3 bursts. This tower weakens everything. It's really good, and it can be good just before this. If we weaken a bunch of units before they enter this zone right here, where the majority of our kills are going to happen, I imagine. Let's build one there. Get another worker, and now we need to build a house, so we need to stock up on wood. Why not increase our wood production. Is how much we need 140 wood for our more workers. All right, let's go. I need to see penetration ignores armor. There we go. Some of these do better damage against barriers. Oh yeah, here we go. Like, let me just check that. Barrier damage, everything does 100% to barriers. You could buff that separately. Again, you'd have to spend gold. But anyway, let me show the tower that weakens. It's actually really fun to use. Everything you weaken obviously takes a lot more damage from everything. Should be good here. I'm a little bummed out that we didn't get that elite unit. In the next 5 waves, the chance of encountering elite enemies is increased by 30%. I believe in myself. Oh, here we go. Overdose. Shadow towers transfer excess damage from their projectiles to the next enemy and increase their crit damage. I mean, it's a legendary banner. I like to see legendary banners. Alright. What were you again? Workshop. Reduces the tower building costs. We still need a lot of wood. I'm gonna invest in wood right now. Although, even if we build the house, not having enough wheat will be a bit of an issue. Should be getting Wonder Seed as well. But wheat, after a while, you don't really use it for too much other than for your brewery. Which is also kind of important, I guess. Why don't we place another arrow tower here? It's that extra little bit of DPS. Alright, here we go. Boss time. Blow things down a little bit to make sure we're fine. Boss is on its way. Let's see if it gets weakened. It better get weakened. Of course, you could set priority to always shoot the enemy with the highest health. Oh, this is not good. This is actually really bad. This is not good at all. As long as we kill the boss, I guess. Okay, we had that lightning. Kill the boss, kill the boss. It doesn't matter. Oh no. No, if the boss gets through, we lose instantly. That was horrible play by me, but it's fine. We'll do another round. And this is another one I plan to play every now and then. This isn't even a let's try. This is straight up episode 1. I will be playing this as often as I can whenever I can squeeze it in. Alright, here we go. Let's start with a lot of wheat. There we go. We could just go for... See, we should have had one arrow tower in the back. That would have helped us a lot. Anyway, it's fine. We'll start with an arrow tower this time. I generally like starting out with arrow towers and then building our more complex towers later anyway. That was just a one-off thing there. Oh yeah, we start with 30 now, so I can immediately start with Wonder Seed. But I kind of want to start with Tax Burden. And all buildings upgrades becoming cheaper will pay out in the long term. You have idle workers, of course I do. What do I need? I need 100 wheat. So maybe it is better to go full in. Well, let's go 5-1. I'm just gonna fast forward through this one. What? Pretend that never happened. You never saw that happen. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So like I said, I'm not very good at these games. But I do enjoy trying stuff out. Well, obviously that's not going to work. So we need to supplement you with something. Runestone Tower. You know what? Let's build ourselves a Runestone Tower. I've not built that many times. I forget what it does exactly. I think it's one of those. I think it's one of the beam towers. We'll see now anyway. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I guess so. Guess it's good for single target. I guess we want you to always hit the boss when you can. Focuses on boss. Yeah, focus on bosses and then whatever has the most health. Hire more workers. Have workers bring in even more per worker. What's our next one at? 120. 72, there we go. And why not just place another arrow tower just, you know, just to make sure we're all good. What are we getting now? Banner, our first banner. Alright. And you get banner choices depending on what towers you already have constructed. Like so. Arrows from the arrow tower deal more damage and having a chance to... Yeah, sure. We'll just go a lot of arrow... I like arrow towers anyway. There's something... It's the same with ARPGs. There's something appealing to me about just, you know, flat physical damage with very little... I mean, bleed is fine, but generally I tend to go for just your flat physical damage types. Like when I play the next season of Path of Exile 2, that's coming out pretty soon, I will be going for a pure physical damage character in my warrior, even though it's technically the weakest one. It's just fun to hit things physically. Cost of hiring workers is reduced. Now let's keep our gold. Although this isn't an insignificant investment, I guess. Should be good here. Now we get an oracle after this. The next 5 waves, the gold in your guild hall can't be claimed, but 5 gold will be added additionally each wave. I don't have a guild hall. The next 5 waves are tower construction costs. I don't want that. Elite enemies, I do want though. Fire. I'm actually going to go for damage for this one, even though I want fire rate regularly. Let's get another one. Now we need the wood. So we bring you down to 2, and we bring you all the way up this way. And then we give you guys oak crushers. We don't have room for an extra tower, though. I just realized. So this... We'll see how this goes. It's nothing I can do, really, but I also kind of want to see where we fall behind, I guess. Oh. Brings 100 wood and trading ships cost less. I haven't built the trader yet. Brings 1 random common banner. Elite enemies can spawn more. Tower upgrades are cheaper. Building upgrade costs are cheaper. Let's go for the elites. The power of the runestone tower is distributed across 3 beams to attack different enemies. The damage of the beam is reduced. So we hit 3 targets, but we hit less. That just means you're not going to be that good on bosses. Alright, we're going to need extra help here. Let's place you here so we can soften our other waves up a little more. Could build a quarry or a gold mine. But I kind of want to go or max workers first and then worry about the other stuff. Although building a gold mine now and transferring one of my guys over there doesn't seem like the worst idea. 65 plus 72. It's not going to be enough. So I'm going to add one more. So we just have to wait for one more turn only. And I won't be building any new towers. Because I need the wood. Oh yeah, I've got spells now. True. Clean anything up. Alright, we're doing okay. Doing okay. The arrow tower fires a burst of 3 arrows. Bleeding. Bleeding is good. I like bleeding. I enjoy damage. We build another house. So now I don't need wood for this anymore. I just need wood for our building's a tower. So I can bring you down significantly. And I can bring you up. And gold to make hiring workers cheaper. Although that does seem like a bit of an overkill. We only need to hire 2 more workers. But it's fine. It's fine. Are we efficient? No. Does it matter? Of course, but do we care? No. Should we care? Yes. We should definitely care. Let's just get as much wheat as we can get going. I want to be done with my workers. Ah, crap. Oh, that's a lot of them getting through. Oh, no. It's fine. We're gonna live. But we shouldn't do that. I'm actually not going to send anyone away. I'm going to chicken out. Okay, from now on, we don't lose anyone. I swear to you, I've made it to wave 15 several times. I guess my incessant yapping is holding me back right now. I swear I'm not as bad as this. Or maybe I am. Alright, we need wood. This isn't gonna get us there, so let's just invest in a little more wood. That previous round was a disaster, and we're not building any new towers. So let's see how this goes. It might be ugly. A lot of units. If even one... Oh no. Alright, you know what? That's fine. This is just the first episode. I did that on purpose just so that you guys get more invested, you know? Otherwise, I would have breezed through that without any problems. I assure you. Clock Rocksteady 3. Alright, let's see. Market lock, because I've never had the market or the supply depot. I guess I still have yet to unlock those. I'm actually not going to unlock anything. Keep my meta progression. Maybe we can look into doing something later. But yeah, that was Nordhold. And think I'll get a couple of more episodes in before the next Path of Exile 2 season comes out, and then we'll upload videos of it every now and then. Like I said, this is one of my favorite downtime relaxing games, so we will see it in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.